Hi, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, I guess it is. And I just want to take a few quick moments and share some thoughts. It's been a very quiet and peaceful morning for me. Getting to these odd spaces of just total calm, total quiet, total belonging, kind of a total belonging to everything. And I can feel the unease, but in the center is this very, very calm peace. And I started thinking that, do I want to go into fear? Do I want to expand? I certainly don't want to expand the consciousness of fear. But to say that I don't work in fear would be totally dishonest. Because not only do I understand fear, I've experienced fear and anxiety in my own life, as we all have, but my clients, the people I love, they experience fear, anxiety, loss, great fear that some of the experiences they've had will be repeated. So I want to just talk on that a bit, how you can find compassion within yourself for however you're responding. And of course, I'm talking about the coronavirus and all the different changes that are coming about temporary in our daily lives and perhaps permanently in our daily lives, which would be the really nice part of that can come about. But just really how to acknowledge and perhaps not extend judgment onto other people through what they're going through. And sorry, reading things are kind of distracting from me. I'm probably going to just close my eyes so it comes through a little bit smoother. And I'll just look down, actually, that'll probably work. What I wanted to share with everybody is what this experience is doing. It's allowing us to go a little deeper and to really just take a pause. That's really my intention when I was just going to give you a quick 1 or 2 minute exercise on how to just kind of rebalance, recenter yourself. Because when these feelings come up, right? We've all had feelings of anywhere from I'm a little unsettled, not sure what things are like, maybe a little confused, a little bit wondering, to outright terror, to paralyzing anxiety, right? So just while you're with me right now, just take a deep breath. I can see all your teams with you. And just allow the silence to be your guide. To just allow that silence to come in. And when I work with people, myself included, right? I'm in a much different place than I was 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. I'm very grateful for that. But I also see the possibility of change. And what I first had to do, and perhaps this is true for you, had to acknowledge these underlying emotions. Had to quit judging what they were. First thing that comes to mind is when we were 10 years old, we moved from one state to another. And I had really a lot of anxiety and fear. One, that I was somehow responsible for my family's well-being, even though I was only 10. And I had a tremendous fear that if both my parents died, where would I go? And I remember thinking almost daily as I went to bed, which uncle would I call? I had 2 in mind, because at that time, a man was safety to me. A man made me feel safe and secure. So perhaps when you look at things, if this is causing anxiety or fear, maybe that's your next step, is where do I feel safe and secure? If you've had a marriage end, or change in relationships, whether it's a job or a personal relationship, there's a lot of times that you won't be loved again, you won't be honored again, you won't be valued again. Okay? I'm inviting you to have deep, deep compassion for yourself. This time of where we're being asked to separate ourselves from each other. Go in to just take a breath. Just take a breath. And allow yourself to be genuinely in your emotional field. What am I genuinely feeling? And just allow that to be. And if you feel it maybe overtaking you or getting a little too far out of control, again, take that pause, bring it back into center. Sometimes visuals help people. And honestly, the reason people feel a lot of fear is because they feel like they're alone. They feel like they have no support. That's why we see people, so two things. When you feel like you're alone, you have no support, you always have your higher self, right? You have your connection to source, you have your inner guidance, you have your totality of who you are in every single way, in every moment. But you also have all these beautiful, wonderful light beings. You have the angelic realm, the galactic realm, beautiful support teams. You have not everybody has somebody in their house that they're sharing an experience with, but grab their hand, pick up your pet, connect, right? And when you don't have somebody in your physical, in the moment, connect to yourself. Bring in your God self. Bring in who you connect to the most easily. Whatever spiritual source it is. God, wisdom, trees, whatever that may be. Do that. And then, I should have wrote down what I was thinking. But, so when you go into that, so if you have some fear, anxiety coming up, this is the moment to be really, really honest with yourself, right? I've seen reports and people have contacted me with people, the big joke going around is that people are not stealing, but they're taking all the toilet paper off the shelves, and they're taking much, much more than their share of whatever it may be. I want you to understand that comes from in your body, in your energy system, that comes from your root chakra, that comes from your very first energy system. That comes from you don't feel safe and secure in your environment, right? The really extreme example is hoarding. And if you need to take 30 packages of toilet paper to make you feel safe, I'm not judging that, okay? What I will offer to you and to that person is deep, deep compassion. And I will send you the vibration through the universe, through the angelic realm, through all these light beings, if that's how you receive it. Because I know my giving is enough, but people like to know that there's other support. And sometimes you kind of need to be slammed in the head to get a message. So if you need to hear from every single light being, from every single person of a higher vibration that understands this is just an experience, I send you that compassion. And then I offer you the opportunity to look into your life experience, to where does this come from? Where is this feeling of not being safe and secure? Where does this come from? Because this virus, not being able to work for a while, or not being able to go to school, or all the news, we're not judging any of that. This is your gift. When I work with a client, they're coming to me. Honestly, when I started working with myself, it's because my life got to a point where I couldn't hide things anymore. I couldn't just put on a happy face and put on a happy facade and say everything was right. 80% of my life was great, but underneath that, I had severe panic attacks. I didn't even know that's what they were. I just knew sometimes I couldn't function. Had pretty debilitating depression at times. Had a lot of pain and sorrow. I felt the need to please people, to be on. I felt like all kinds of things. We'll talk about me all day if you're really that interested. But this experience is for you to understand yourself a little bit better. And in understanding yourself a little better, you get to understand the person next to you a little better. And then reach out. If you need help and support from someone to kind of figure out what's going on, you will be heard. You will be heard. I guarantee you. You will be loved. You will be acknowledged. And this is giving you an opportunity to feel safe no matter what happens. Right? We all have experiences, remembered, not remembered, where things weren't exactly how we wish them to be. And within you, you have your own wisdom. How did you find that place of safe and security? How did you have compassion for yourself? And if you can't find that place of safety and security within yourself, that place of compassion for yourself where you don't judge who you are and how you are, call in your team. Call in your team and ask for physical help when that sounds right to you. Myself and many, many others work with fear, anxiety, depression, misunderstanding, confusion, that feeling that you want life to be better. Reach out to those people. Okay? I just want to take a few moments of your time and reassure you that whatever you're experiencing is perfectly fine. But if you feel like it's going a little sideways, it's kind of controlling your life, if it's too much, this is your time for quiet introspection. And if that's not within you right now, that's okay too. Sometimes distraction is what we need. Again, I'm not judging. Just be aware that this is a time of great, great global transformation. The transformation starts within and then goes without. This experience is creating a global connection, a heightened awareness that perhaps, and it's not even perhaps because I know clearly that it's happening, that we're bringing to the surface all our fears, all our anxieties, our pain, our sorrow and suffering, so that we can be done with it. Doesn't happen overnight. Right now we're getting a little assistance from the greater world, but it's not how we're meant to be, and it's not how we're going to continue our existence. So today it's just one day. You honor yourself, you take a pause, remind yourself that you will be okay. And if you're a place where you feel a little bit safer, a little bit calmer, that you know all is okay, that you trust there's enough for all, share what you have. Share yourself and share your resources. Again, I just want to send out my love and compassion and encouragement for wherever you are in this life, in this wherever you are and how you're expressing yourself. We all express ourselves exactly perfectly for what our soul wants to express. And for many of us, our soul wants to express what it feels like to be terrified because we want to go beyond it. And then there's others, it's anywhere from terrified to just peace and calm, delight. Actually, Monday night, this whole was like it looked like just a diamond blanket being put down. Kind of maybe on the top level of the universe, and it's what's available and what's there, and you can feel it coming in at times. If you don't feel it, that's fine too. But it's a delight. Really, it's the delight. It's the delightfulness of being. Just being. What that makes me think of is, and I was with our granddaughter yesterday, and she truly understood the delightfulness of being. She didn't have to prove herself. She didn't have to worry about anything. I understand that's not every toddler's experience, but she just got to be delighted in being here. And being physical. And exchanging love. Right? That's not possible just for her. That's available for everybody. So take this time, and if it feels right, dig a little deeper and find out where your what emotions are running, and where they came from. I guarantee you, this could be the beginning of a transformative shift in your whole life and those you share your life with. Again, I see you. I understand you. Most importantly, I love you. Thank you.